Real quick, you guys traded up for a quarterback in San Francisco a couple years ago with Trey Lance. You're at the number 2 pick. Is there a scenario where you guys would be willing to trade up to the number 1 spot and try to get in that number 1 seat?
I think we'd do anything to make our team better. So you trade up, trade down. Had a lot of really good conversations with a lot of GMs this week, really productive. So we're going to look through every avenue to make our team better.
Adam Peters, new Washington Commanders general manager. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
The Washington Commanders are gearing up for an insane offseason, already completely overhauling the coaching staff, bringing in former Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, who will change everything for this defense, but also hiring Kliff Kingsbury, a guy who worked with Kyler Murray, winning him Rookie of the Year, working with Caleb Williams, the potential number 1 pick in this year's NFL draft. We just heard from the GM that potentially they could be trading up and bringing him in to Washington, his hometown team, and repairing him up with Kliff Kingsbury here in Washington. In this video, we're going to hear a bunch of breaking news surrounding the Commanders, but also check out this little video of Caleb Williams reacting to him potentially going to the Commanders.
What am I? Sorry, repeat. Yeah, you know, it's like I've said before, it's familiar. It's hometown, as everybody knows, and you know, it'd be really cool to be back there and experience that. The meeting went really well, and you know, being around those, you know, everybody was in the room, so being around everybody, you know, just getting the taste of, you know, how they are, who they are, because like you said, everything's new there.
Now, the one thing I noticed when watching that clip was seeing Caleb Williams smile right away when asked about Washington. Go back and check it out. And just look at the way he lights up when he hears them talk about the Washington Commanders. You also have to look at the fact that Kliff Kingsbury, there was a second there where he actually was hired or was about to be, you know, become a member of the staff there in Las Vegas, but said, wait, hold on 1 second. The Commanders have the number 2 pick. They have a GM that's traded up for Trey Lance before. How about I go here and give me a possibility, a chance to go up and get my guy Caleb Williams? I think this team in Washington is going to be completely different. We also have more breaking news I'm going to break down in 1 second. But real quickly, I want you guys to comment down below, what would it take for the Commanders to trade up to number 1 and take Caleb Williams? And 2, would you do it, yes or no? I also want to point out the fact that the Heisman winner Jayden Daniels will most likely be available at number 2. So worst case scenario, if you cannot trade up to number 1 to take Caleb Williams, the Heisman winner Jayden Daniels, who I think could be the best quarterback in this draft class, will be there at number 2. Also, let me know in the comments, who do you want quarterback? Sam Howell, Russell Wilson, Jayden Daniels. There's so many options this offseason. This is the year to want a quarterback. Let me know in the comments down below, who is your dream quarterback to land in Washington? And listen to what Jayden Daniels actually said about the Commanders in his draft interview.
It was just how cool the whole staff was. Obviously, Dan Quinn, Kliff Kingsbury, all those type of guys. Just be able to sit in there and really just get to know people. You know, you see them on TV, see everybody coaching behind the scenes, so be able to go in there and just have a conversation with them. That's the coolest part for me.
Washington is in such good hands right now, and there's still so much to talk about with Dan Quinn, the new GM, Kliff Kingsbury, everyone that they've brought in so far. This team is preparing to make an unbelievable, historic change, an historic rebuild here in Washington to compete for multiple championships from here over the next couple of decades. Now, before we get any further into the video, before we drop some more breaking news that just happened with the Commanders, do me a huge favor and hit the like button. It helps out the channel so much. Let's get it up to 200 likes and I'll post non-stop Commanders videos from here until the rest of next season as well. Also, subscribe if you're new. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And if you want to see more Washington Commanders videos, let's leave, more Washington Commanders videos in the comment section down below, and that'll help me understand that you guys want to see more videos. But let's take a look at what Dan Quinn is going to bring to this football team.
I think one of the things that I do enjoy about this time is the interview portion, and you're really trying to get into, you know, not the ball player, but the man, and find out what they are, what they stand for, and we're looking for that kind of competitor, that kind of toughness. And so you ask some leading questions to find those answers. But I enjoy that part as much as any. It might be running back, it could be defensive end, it's that quarterback, but just digging in, behind the scenes about the person first. And then if we get that part the way, that we think it fit and be together, then the tape and that stuff comes in second.
The Commanders also just had some more breaking news a couple of days ago when they released 2 veteran starters and informed a third that they'll be released at the start of the new league year, clearing up more than $14 million in cap space by releasing Logan Thomas, left tackle Charles Leno Jr., and center Nick Gates. Now, this does open up some playing time for some more younger guys, but also gives them more of an ability to go out this free agency, which is in just a couple of weeks from now, and bring in some game changers. And after these moves, the Commanders will have about $91 million to spend this offseason, currently the second most in the NFL, in addition to free agency. The team also must account for a rookie salary cap, which is probably going to be around $8 to $10 million as well, according to them having the second pick, right? So, guys, this is going to be a major offseason. I think there's a lot of things to look at where, if you're a Commanders fan, you should be extremely pumped of where this team is headed.
I think there's something really cool happening in Washington right now, and it's fresh blood, but it's also this new era for a franchise that seems to be stuck in the mud the last few years. Nothing to do with Ron Rivera or the previous management and coaches. New ownership. Josh Harris comes in, and it was given Rivera a couple years to figure things out. Now it's his guy, and his guy is Dan Quinn. Yes, the same Dan Quinn who was defensive coordinator for the Cowboys the last few years, and who was obviously a Super Bowl coach for the Falcons. I love this hire. I think DQ comes in with a revitalized energy for this fan base, but I also think it's an interesting time in Washington franchise history.
Now, most likely, we're going to see a ton of change this season with the Washington Commanders. There's a ton of really good free agents out there right now. But let me know in the comments down below, who is 1 or 2 free agents that you're like, the Commanders need to lock in on. There was some rumors coming out yesterday and even today that the Commanders are interested in bringing in former Dolphins all-pro corner Xavier Howard. There's also Tyron Smith available in free agency now. He could be going over to the Washington Commanders as well. Who do you think is the best fit for the Commanders offensively and defensively in free agency? But also, comment down some guys in the draft that you think the Commanders need to come out of here with. I mean, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, if you need a quarterback, those are the 2 guys that I love. But who do you love? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, subscribe, hit the like button, join the family. More Washington Commanders videos coming out soon. If you guys hit that like button, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.